Agudas Hasidei Chabad, the umbrella body of Chabad Lubavitch, sought to have the case heard by a rabbinical court. The other side refused. Following a rabbinic directive, Agudas Chabad sought remedy in civil court. The case was brought before the United States Court for the Eastern District, which issued an order to halt the removal of books from the library and stop the sale of the ones already taken. Researchers and librarians sifted through tens of thousands of documents, seeking the hard evidence of the library's history and ownership. In several meetings with members of Agudas Chabad and Lubavitch's attorneys, the Rebbe outlined the case's strategy, even writing a detailed memo on the definition and responsibilities of a Rebbe. Throughout the conversations, the Rebbe kept returning to one specific piece of evidence.
He thought that the key document that this case really should depend on was a letter that the previous Rebbe had written after he got to the United States and was trying to get the books to be brought back from Europe, found and brought back from Europe to the United States, a letter that he had written to Professor Marks, who was the librarian of the Jewish Theological Seminary Library in New York. And this letter said that this library was a treasure of the Jewish people and belonged to Agudas Hasidei Chabad of the United States. But the Rebbe said to us, look, the key document is this one which he wrote to Professor Marks.
The defendant argued that the letter written by the previous Rebbe in the aftermath of World War II as he tried to recover the collection from Poland was not intended as a literal fact. To the Rebbe, the assertion that his Rebbe would write something other than his true intent was the gravest affront. The Rebbe wrote, "This argument is foolishness. In all the official documents, the previous Rebbe named Agudas Chabad as the owner, whereas their arguments to the contrary are merely hypothetical." Rebecen Hai-Mушki, daughter of the previous Rebbe and wife of the Rebbe, was deposed in her home under the watch of a physician. After 3 hours of questioning, she was asked, "Did the library belong to your father or to the Hasidim?" The Rebecen replied simply, "They belong to the Hasidim, because my father belonged to the Hasidim." 5 months after the Rebbe first mentioned the theft publicly, on December 3, 1985, the 20th of Kislev, 5746, the trial finally began.